There's a great kind of survival theme that goes through the whole film. You're kind of like on the edge of your seat as you're watching and following this family and these characters through the film. Hi, I'm the Rogue Reviewer. I've just come back from the cinema. So tonight's film was The End of Oak Street, the new dinosaur film that's hitting the cinemas this weekend. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts of the film, my overall score. So here we go. Okay, so after a mysterious cosmic event hits a small suburban town, it's miraculously transported back into prehistoric times. One of the residents, the Platt family, are the first to wake up to soon discover that their neighbourhood and everything is soon overrun by dangerous killing dinosaurs that are eating up all their neighbours. So they go out in the streets to work out where they are and what's happened. However, they soon realize they're going to have to run, hide, and fight if they are to survive in this new environment, while trying to discover what's happened and how they've got there, and how if there's a way possibly to get home. However, I don't want to ruin too much of the film. Okay, so the end of Oak Street. Okay, so I warn you now, there may be a few minor spoilers. So this film is directed and written by David Robert Mitchell, who did It Follows and stars Anne Hathaway, Ewan McGregor, Maisy, Stella, and Christian Connery. So this is a kind of sci-fi horror action film that is about a town that's overridden with dinosaurs. This family wakes up and basically they're being hunted down by every dinosaur that you've probably seen in Jurassic Park, from killer Spinosaurus to T-Rexes to the raptors to gigantic anacondas. Everything is in this film. The suspense of the film, the horror side, is really good. You're constantly on the edge of your seat as you're watching it, because they are in danger pretty much the whole of the time throughout the film, and literally everyone is horrifically dying around them as they're being eaten up by all the dinosaurs, and they're kind of surviving by the skin of their teeth as they're kind of going from place to place, from house to house. Anne Hathaway's character soon realizes the situation and the danger that they're in, and this kind of void of like there might not be a way home, and they've somehow been transported back to the past, and they're running out of food, there's no water, and they're just being hunted down one by one in this street. So they're kind of boarded up the house and they have no plan whatsoever. However, Ewan McGregor's character is still kind of an optimistic kind of guy, um, and he believes that they'll find a way home, and whatever brought them there will hopefully bring them back. However, the wife doesn't kind of feel the same way. Um, so they kind of just play out of just being stuck in the house and just trying to survive. The cast of the film are really good. Some of the dialogue is a little bit ropey and a bit over the top, but some of the action scenes throughout the horrific action scenes of these dinosaurs sort of taking out the residents are so well put together. It kind of reminds me of the early sort of Jurassic Park films, where you have these really scary moments where they could just die at any point if they're caught by either the raptors or the T-Rexes. The special effects are done really well. The way the dinosaurs look is really good, and it's definitely on par with some of the early sort of Jurassic Park films. I think I even enjoyed this more than the modern Jurassic Park films, with the suspense and the kind of survivalness, because they have nothing. They're in the past, and all they have is the weapons and whatever's in the house around them. So you know that they're in danger all the time. As much as I like the concept of the film and the way it looked and the way they did the suspense, the horror, the action was really fantastically done. I felt the third act of the film got slightly weak, as I felt the film didn't really have a direction, and it kind of felt it was a bit kind of put together with a bit of a lazy kind of ending. One scene in particular, which I don't want to spoil it, but if you go by Doc Brown's law in Back to the Future, I feel they might have created a paradox with the ending.
Great Scott!
And my Back to the Future idea of time and travel and the way it kind of sums up the end, it kind of left me with a bit of a feeling that something wasn't quite right. I don't want to ruin it for you, but yeah, there was something with the ending that didn't feel right with me, in the way that time was completed in the end of the film. However, overall, it's a fun kind of dinosaur horror sci-fi adventure. It is a little bit ropey at times in the film, but it has some great sort of suspenseful moments. There's a great kind of survival theme that goes through the whole film. You're kind of like on the edge of your seat as you're watching and following this family and these characters through the film. Okay, so on to my score. So as much as I like the film, I felt that the conclusion could have been done slightly better, and there's a few kind of like plot holes that didn't quite make sense, that needed kind of a little bit more time spent on them. So overall, I'm going to give this an enjoyable 6.5 out of 10. I think this will be an enjoyable watch in the cinema, especially on the big screen. Seeing the dinosaurs was fantastic. I think a lot of people probably will enjoy this film. Okay, thank you for watching the video. If you'd like to, please leave some comments below. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on the film as well. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. And I'll see you on the next one.